Hi everyone, Mo is here and today we're going to be talking about negative reviews. Yeah, I know, it hurts, it already hurts. Yesterday I got my first negative review on my second novel that came out last Friday. You know what it feels like? It feels like you're nobody, and it feels like this person wants you to feel. It was not about the novel, this review. It was about the free sample that was like 5 pages long, and the moment I read that review, I knew I have to do this video. How to deal with negative comments and negative reviews in general? The short answer is pretty simple. You don't have to deal with them. It's not your job, it's not... a lot of the times it's not even about you. The negative review that I got yesterday, it was not about my book, it was about me as a person. If you follow English-speaking booktube, you know this story about Sasha Ellsberg and a lot of the hate she gets because she wrote a novel with her friend. I don't know the whole story. But it's the same with me. You can imagine I'm in the same situation and people think that I was published and I am being published just because I'm a YouTube personality. And these people who trash me, they don't trash my novel. They don't care about my novel, they don't read such books, but they trash me and my opportunities. And of course they say that it's not fair. It's the most common thing that I hear. It's not fair. There are a lot of people who are a lot more talented than you and you're being published and they are not. It's not fair. You are not allowed to. It's the funniest thing that I've ever heard, that I'm not allowed to do something just because it seems not fair to someone. And in publishing industry, especially in Russian publishing industry, every second author that is being published, he is being published through his connections, through his literary agent. That it's not, and it's not fair in Russia to use a literary agent. You know it if you watched my other video about literary agents, etc, etc. And there are a lot of coincidences. For instance, the new series is being opened and they need authors and they don't care, I mean they publishers, they don't care about the quality of the novel and they publish everyone they know with this particular topic in their books. When you look at this industry from this point of view, you see that a lot of things here are unfair because it's an industry. They make money. It doesn't matter if you have good manuscript or bad manuscript. Until you are a personality, YouTube personality, I don't know, celebrity, whoever, you will be trashed just because of the fact that you did something. I know this very common phrase, I don't know how it sounds in English, but it sounds like if you want not to be judged, do nothing and be nobody. I like this quote a lot because it explains everything. You will always get negative reviews. You will always get judgment. It doesn't matter if you're J.K. Rowling. Even she gets a lot of negative reviews. And a lot of classic authors, they get negative reviews as well. And they are dead and it's sad. I read this book last year. It's very shiny. I hope you see the cover. It's called, in English, it's called The Book of Strange New Things, and it's by Michael Faber. And I like Russian cover even more than the original one. I'll show it here, right here. And this book, it made me think a lot about negative reviews in general because I didn't like this book. I felt like it was not written for me as a reader, but I got it that author had something to say and he said it. And that was the reason that in my review I said I'm not a fan of it, but I got it. Unless it's illegal, but you can do anything you want. And when it comes to creativity and something you do with your hands or with your imagination, you can do whatever you want. You have something to say, say it, and you will be judged. I promise you, you will be. But does it worth it? Does your novel worth all the pain and all the negative reviews you get? Of course it does. Because with the first novel, even when it's bad, when it's really bad, you will become better. And you can't become better without these bad trashy novels that you write at first. I'm just 23 years old and I can't write War and Peace. I just can't. I don't have the experience, and I will get the experience only by writing what I can write now. I've read an article recently and it was about body image. It was in Russian, but I will translate you one phrase that I really liked from that article. It sounds like somebody thinks that their comments on your appearance or food you eat are good for you, that they inspire you. Tell them that it's not like that. And I think that this is a very useful advice. Tell the people that you don't need their comments on what you do. They have something to say and they say it. They don't say it usually to your face. They go on Goodreads or wherever and they write their reviews there, and they can do it. They are allowed to, because everyone is allowed to say something that he has to say. But when the person comes to your face, and I experienced that, and that hurts a lot too, and that hurts even more when you read something by accident. But when they come to your face and say something very nasty that you don't have a right to write, that you are not allowed to, it's not about you, it's about them as people, as persons. What's wrong with them that they feel necessary to say it to your face, or even write it somewhere on the forum? It means that these people, they don't have the life they want. They don't do what they want. And sometimes they are afraid. They are just afraid to do what they want. And by that they trash all the people that try. And they say, even if you try, you fail. Because they want to convince themselves. A lot of people, when they say something very bad about others, they want to convince themselves. They don't want to convince others. They want to convince themselves. When a person says that God does not exist, what does it mean? Why does he say it? He says it because he wants to convince himself. Because what if God exists? What if he is wrong? And that's why he is so aggressive and he wants to prove his position. Because what if he is wrong? There is one exercise that I want you to do when you see some negative comment or review. Imagine that this comment or review is not about what you do. It's not about your novel, it's not about your videos, it's not about, it's even not about you as a person. Imagine that it's about someone else you don't know and you don't care about, because this is how life works. When it's not about us or our friends or our family, we don't care. So imagine that it's not about you, and it becomes more simple. So that's it for today's video. If you have something to say it in the comment section below, and I'm always yours. Bye.
Perfect in the perfect way. You're perfect and I hope you stay. Your goofy little self eternally. Oh, I'm weird like you, I know it's true. I'm in the clouds up there with you. You think you're flawed, but wouldn't you agree?